Hello everybody! Welcome to another vlog. My good friend, one of my best friends, Nate is here with me.
I'm here.
Yeah, one of my best friends, and he's like, "Oh, I can't wait to film with you," and I was like, "Of course!" Like, let me just set it up, and it all worked out.
So
luckily.
excited.
He was so excited. So we're gonna do questions for humans again. We did this for Christmas. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, and you liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
So this version is
I'm a human.
Exactly. So we know
Yeah.
so far. This is Guy's Night.
Oh, okay.
You ready for this? All right. How long would you last alone in the wild?
Oh, not long at all.
Me too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, like, I like camping.
Oh, I don't even like camping.
Oh.
I like nature, but not at night.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it probably more than I'd actually like it.
Yeah. What, the idea of being alone in the wild?
No, like backpacking.
Oh.
Like when I was a kid, I had the worst experience backpacking, but for some reason I want to do it again.
What happened?
Well,
Oh no.
if you really want to know,
Unpack this.
I was 12 years old, and I was going with my dad and some other, like, I think his friend and his friend's
this
son.
could be trouble.
So it was the four of us, and we were going backpacking on a part of the Appalachian Trail.
Oof.
And I had a bag that was way too big for me. I was, like, tiny.
Yeah.
And the belt just kept digging into my leg, and it hurt, and it weighed, like, a ton.
Oh, yeah.
And I stepped in, like, a bee's nest, got stung by a bunch of bees. I fell into a pricker bush.
Oh, God.
And then it was dark, and like really dark, and we weren't at our camp yet.
Yeah.
So we're starting to like rush. You know, I just had an awful time.
This sounds terrible. You survived, though.
But I would love to do it again.
With the backpacking.
Yeah, because
You're
I feel
older
like
now.
I'm older. Maybe it's a challenge kind of thing.
Maybe wiser.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Jury's
like
still out on that one, but
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I don't like the idea of backpacking personally. I just don't.
no.
I like hiking, and I'd say that's the extent of it. I don't want to backpack and sleep outside. I'm too old to sleep outside at this point. It would hurt.
I don't think that's a thing.
It,
Like
no,
there's a lot of old people that sleep outside.
Yeah, but it hurts. It hurts
Yeah,
more.
Maybe.
Trust me. So anyway, no. So how long would you last? I'd say for me it'd be like.
I mean, if I really had to do it,
Yeah.
like a weekend.
Okay.
I think after the weekend, I would.
I was gonna say like a couple nights max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. That's our next video.
But it's alone.
Oh, that's true.
So it's not
Yeah,
together.
get
That's
that.
one thing.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Plus, I would never do it. I was
Yeah.
just kidding. Do you believe in ghosts? Why or why not?
I feel like I flip-flopped a little bit on this.
You might have answered this before too. I forgot.
I could believe it. I think I could.
I don't believe it. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think though, more often than not, people make stuff up.
Me
You
too.
know what I mean? Like your
Yes.
brain is gonna make a lot of stuff up when you're like scared. It's a little dark.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's the majority.
It's what you're like hearing things, seeing things. I think none of it happens. How many paranormal shows have there been?
Oh yeah, I mean all those. Are
None of them
fake
have
for
found a
sure.
ghost
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
They claim they get the EVPs. Is that what it's called? The voices?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts. So, sorry, ghosts. If there's one here, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what about Penelope?
Show yourself. Oh, I did have a ghost Penelope that lived at my last house. Kevin knows all about
Wait,
her.
you were legitimately afraid of her though.
No, Kevin was. I made her up.
Oh, Kevin was.
Kevin
That's
was.
right.
I made her up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
yeah,
she was a
right.
farm girl that lived on the property from the 1800s. Good time. And he believed it. Let's save this one for later. What reoccurring dream do you have?
Do I have like now?
Yeah.
No.
You don't dream at night?
No, I do, but they're not reoccurring now.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I had reoccurring dreams.
Like what?
Mostly nightmares.
Yeah, that's what I have now.
Oh, jeez.
Sure, I'll tell you mine in a second.
So the reoccurring dream was really weird. When I was a kid, like I had it over and over. It was like, it took place at a pet store.
Oh.
But there was like this woman, I don't know, she was like looking at a snake or something that was like in a glass enclosure.
Okay.
But then like I was like 6 or 7 by the way, really young. But she was watching it real intently, and then all of a sudden there were like these 2 beetles that like crawled out from behind the snake, and then she screamed, and then they cut open the glass, and then they crawled down her throat and cut her throat.
And this is reoccurring?
Yeah, about once a week for a while.
Did you talk to a therapist about that one?
I talked to my mom, and she was like, that's
Sounds right.
Fine.
That's totally normal.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below how many of you have that reoccurring dream of beetles going down a woman's throat at a pet store. I know that's the classic dream everyone has. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about
I feel like if you look that up in a book or something, it's like,
I don't think it's in there, to be honest.
Maybe.
I don't think that one. So that's why maybe someone needs to analyze that one. Mine has been happening a lot. There's a few. I always have the reoccurring dream. I'm in school and I'm not prepared for a test or to give a presentation. I had that one a lot still. Or I'm signed up for a class and I've just not been going to it. And
honestly, I was going to say, you reminded me,
Yeah.
that is my most recent reoccurring one, which doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah.
It's like maybe once a year.
This is a common one. This one actually is.
Oh,
The school.
Yeah.
Not the Beatles.
Yeah.
No, so that does happen.
That's the worst. Like, you wake up and you think that you're literally enrolled in the class and have not gone at all. That's
Right. Yeah, I hate that one.
But the worst part is I literally did that.
Oh, did you? I didn't actually.
No, but like I forgot in real life. I forgot I was enrolled in the class. I hadn't been to the class in months.
Yeah.
And it was like around the finals time, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have all this work I have to turn in."
Is it offensive if I'm not surprised?
No, I mean,
to show how old I am too, I laughed and my back just cracked. I laughed and it popped.
Yeah.
No, so I've never actually done that, but I've had the dream multiple times, so isn't that weird?
I've done it and had the dream.
Yeah,
that's why it's so real.
What'd you get in the class?
Probably get A-.
I knew it. It's so annoying. So in the dream I'm about to get an F. Oh, mine. Sorry, my recurring one before we move on.
Wait, I thought that was.
Well, I mentioned the school one, but there's another one.
Okay.
And this is a shout out to all my micromanagers I've had through the years. I have work dreams still with my worst offending micromanagers. And I'm not doing the project they asked for. And it's trauma. And about once a month I have that dream.
Once a month.
Great. It's a relive former bosses that were basically narcissistic sociopaths. And I have to do their projects, and I don't. Hopefully they're watching this. I know they're not, but it'd be great because that would actually find to be some relief for me if I could relieve that trauma.
So let us know down in the comments if you're one of his former
you know
bosses.
who you are. I left the company because of you. So that's the one. If I said I was quitting.
Oh man, this is a winner. I think this is going viral.
This will. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think it will. I chose this specifically for you.
Okay.
Because
that's nice.
You're the most enthusiastic guy I know. You're always so excited, and there's so many things you're passionate about. Mm-hmm. So, what are you pumped about right now?
What am I pumped about? Like in life, in the world,
in general.
There's not a lot to be pumped about.
No, that's very true. We just talked about that before this.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Yes. No, people know it's not good.
Yeah.
Politics and everything.
Probably not a very good time to be here.
But anyway, back to
what am I pumped about?
I'll tell you mine when I think about that, because it might be mine.
Okay.
I'm pumped that you're here and visiting, because I didn't get to see you in a while. So
that was not mine. I was thinking when I saw you, I was thinking kind of like I just went to Disney World.
You're pumped about that.
I was. I'm not anymore because I'm not there.
Maybe because you saw me, you're still pumped though. A little bit?
Maybe.
So that's a big no. What was your favorite park? There's park stuff behind you.
Obviously,
in the camera, you have an Epcot ball
Actually, Epcot was my favorite.
I like Epcot a lot.
Yeah. I feel like we could have spent more time at Epcot.
Yeah, it's big.
Because we did a day per park.
Yes. It's just big to walk around Epcot too.
Epcot is just ginormous.
It's just too big.
Every other park you can kind of get the gist.
Yes.
My least favorite was probably Hollywood Studios.
Oh, you know what? My least favorite's Animal Kingdom, but you like animals more than me.
Actually, you know what? Animal Kingdom didn't impress me as much as it used to. Like as a kid. I mean, it was alright.
And I'm gonna say this: they're both kind of dud parks.
They are.
Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. I like Epcot and Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Magic Kingdom's.
I mean, the safari was nice. The safari was
that's the best.
That's the best part. But
did you do Everest? Expedition Everest?
I did. Yeah,
it's a fun one.
Yeah, that's alright.
But that's it. Those are the two.
That's
fun
it.
things.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yeah.
Agreed. That's why Disneyland in California is better. People can comment below. It's true. Oh, I chose this for you too. What's the best book you've read recently?
Well, that's not fair. I don't know. Literally, I
go back to the last book you read. Can you remember? Not for school.
Does partially count?
I think for your sake, yes.
Okay, because I don't think I've ever actually read a book cover in my entire life.
Even for school?
Even for school. No, I read halfway through and then you just guess the rest.
You guess the rest.
Yeah,
You just
I mean,
figured
like,
it
it's-
out. You're that smart. Like
No, I'm just saying like it's pretty obvious where it's going.
not always.
Right?
No, there's surprise endings. That's like that's a good book. with
That's why I
surprise
always
endings.
flunked out of English.
Yeah.
Not flunked, but like C's.
Yeah, I can see that. You didn't put
sure.
any effort on that surprise.
I mean, I know enough about the book to write a part of the paper,
Yeah.
but then the rest of it's wrong.
You just left it.
Yeah.
And the teacher knew. The best part is you wrote.
Well,
it.
did I ever tell you about the time that I completely took advantage of my English teacher? This is a segment, by the way.
Yeah, no, go
But,
for it.
In 12th grade, I think, my English teacher was one of those people that just was kind of like, she wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
Hopefully
teachers.
she's not watching because I feel bad saying
I'm
it.
sure
But she wasn't
is.
good.
I'm sure she's part of my almost 800 subscribers.
Yeah.
She's probably in
The
there.
problem is like all of the kids in the class knew that they could take advantage of her.
Yes.
And that's the worst situation. I
Yeah.
felt bad for her, but like literally one of the class clowns would just stand up when she starts talking at the beginning of the day
Yeah.
and say, "All right, we're not doing anything. Everybody leave." And people would actually like leave.
Oh wow.
And she had no
She didn't
control
care.
over it. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
It
anyway,
sounds like
so
a great school.
once I saw that happen, I was like,
Yeah.
well, I can get away with anything. So, kids, don't do this. Seriously, don't do this.
Don't-
But I
Don't follow this guy.
I did plagiarize some papers. One was
Uh-huh.
from a kid whose parents got divorced. I didn't even know that it was about divorce.
And you just plagiarized.
I just handed it in, and then she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." And I was
So you
like,
had to go with the lie.
so I had to go with that lie, and then I had to go with another lie where we're supposed to like read Beowulf or something,
Uh-huh.
and we were supposed to like draw a picture about a scene from the book or something. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not reading it. I'm not drawing
Not
it.
even a page.
I went to Google.com
Yeah.
and I searched for Beowulf, and there was like some animated movie, I guess, and I was like, that looks good. The first image.
Yeah.
Printed it out.
Yeah.
And I handed it in, and she said, "All right, now you have to stand up in front of the class and tell
Oh, this is
everybody
good.
about the scene."
Yeah.
And I mean, I stand up. Everyone looks at me knowing
wish
that,
this was
first
recorded.
off, it's just a printed out picture from the
Right.
movie. I didn't know that the movie had a different plot. So I started just making stuff up about what I'm seeing in the scene, and
Nice.
she's like, "That's not even from the."
At least you
book."
knew that. Yeah.
She's like, "Sit down."
Yeah.
Guess what grade I got on that project?
A. C.
C, 70.
Wow.
She's
For
like,
that.
"Did you really draw that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I use Microsoft Paint."
And this you don't have recurring dreams about.
No, that was great. That
Nice.
actually,
This would have happened to me. I would have had a lot of
yeah.
recurring dreams with that one.
So yeah,
So-
C's get degrees is the lesson
That is
there.
true. That is true. Look who's president, or worse maybe.
Did he get a degree? I don't know.
Supposedly, Wharton too.
Hmm.
You know, supposedly. I think for me, I read a book. Let's go with the one I'm reading now, so I'm not done with
Oh,
it
wow, you're reading.
it's fresh in my head.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, there's an author
Proud
I
of
like
you.
a lot named Robert. Thank you, Robert Greene. He writes nonfiction.
Okay.
And he wrote The Laws of Human Nature, which I love because it finally opened my eyes to how humans actually act and behave. Because I think I had rose-tinted
Sounds
glasses
depressing.
before. No, but everyone needs to read this because they're like, now I get it. Now I get why people act the way they do. Now I get
But
why.
then I'll just feel so like dejected and
No, I really think it helps you with like, you know what? I can see the world as it is now versus like his main.
acceptance then.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And his main, I saw in an interview, his main thing he said is like, everyone thinks we're descended from angels. We're not. We're descended from primates. So that's why people behave that way. So we're a little bit above monkeys in a tree.
Yeah. No, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Right? So.
See, I don't have to read the book. You
Well,
just
but
told me all
anyway,
about it, so why would I read the
That's a
book?
side note too.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
reading a
gave
book.
me a great like Cliff's Notes version. I don't have to.
It's a thick book too, The Laws of Human Nature.
Yeah, great. A lot of time saved there.
Yeah. This is you would have copied off from me if I sat next to you in English if we weren't 10 years
Yeah,
apart.
I would ask for your report.
Yeah,
Yep.
you would have. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm reading a book called The Visible Man. He has an invisible cloak, and he's talking to a therapist about what he observed. And at first, the therapist doesn't believe he had this invisible cloak, but he does, and he observes. And so much of like human nature comes through in this book, which is a fiction book. And it's interesting so far.
Okay.
You can see people act very differently when they're alone versus in front of anybody, and that's kind of a big observation he has, and it's true. What do you do alone? Don't answer that. Okay.
Play video games. Like,
Actually,
you
that's
know
probably
the
true.
answer.
That is true. What would you rename the state you're from?
Ooh, the state I'm
I'm
from.
gonna answer first because you can have time to think. I can't do this. California is too beloved, and it's
That's
in
pretty
so
good
many
name.
songs.
Yeah.
And it's such a unique. Everyone knows California. When I see maps of how Europeans see the U.S., it's always
It's
like they
just
know what California
California,
is,
yeah.
and there's random other things like
Yeah.
guns and stuff. But
I mean, Katy Perry made a song about
Katy
it.
Perry
so-
made a song, so I can't rename California. But so we'll leave it to you. You're renaming Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think mine's a little more. There's some nuance there,
Yeah.
you know, like controversy, maybe a little bit about the state.
Yes. You know what Pennsylvania means? I remember this from AP History. Do you know what it means?
Penn's Woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. With
How did you
William
know that?
Penn, because
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey,
You know
here's my
history.
woods." Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah, he's like,
Did you pay attention in history? Or you just knew this.
No, I just knew it.
That's good. Good for
Yeah,
you.
Just pulled it out of thin air. It's just.
Yeah. If you made that
I was
up,
born with that.
you were
knowledge.
spot on. Born with it. No, that's right.
Let's rename it that. Penn's Woods.
Penn's
Cool.
Woods. Yeah. Yeah. Because Pennsylvania sounds like Transylvania.
Yeah, it's a little.
It sounds like Dracula lives there.
Actually, if you're really from Pennsylvania, you always call it PA.
Oh, see, there we go.
Yeah.
And you know, apparently, even though it is spelled this way and phonetically would sound this way, it's not Lancaster.
No,
He made
it's
this
not.
very clear. It means Lancaster.
No, not
Lancaster.
No, it's Lancaster.
Lancaster. You gotta say it like
Yes, there.
lazily. Lancaster. Even though it's very clearly Lancaster, if you were to break down the word.
No, there's a Lancaster, California.
Yeah. Spelled the
there's
same
Lancaster.
way. Right. Exactly. Oh, what's a clear sign you're not as young as you used to be?
Ooh. See, I'm always young, so
Compared
to you?
Compared to me, yes.
I'm
but
always young.
I'll answer this because I have so many. There's a lot. And I did a whole video. You probably saw it.
Actually,
with my
I have
friends.
some. I have
You
real
probably saw it
answers.
with my friend because you watched my channel. I did one called You're Not Too Old.
I don't watch your channel.
You're supposed to agree. I know that. You're supposed to say you do. Oh. So,
Okay, sorry, do it again.
No,
do
no,
the bit
no,
again.
no,
We just
no,
edit
it's
that
true.
part out.
No, because you can't even hide it because that's what you would have said.
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna. If you were gonna do it again, I was gonna say the same thing. So
For me, it's like, there's just so many, but like actually not going to bed early anymore. That doesn't happen as much.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's the sore back over the smallest of things. If I had to narrow it down to one thing, that's the most painful. It's the most annoying. I don't run anymore. It just hurts too much. I do
running
walking.
always
Running's bad. I think it's
Running
bad for you
sucks.
overall.
it is. It kind of.
So it's gonna make me feel better.
There's
about
other
it.
ways to get your heart rate
Yeah.
up that doesn't involve like destroying your knees and
Right.
all your joints. So.
Exactly. So
I
there's
mean, I don't
I
think
feel
I did
better.
that, so-
You never did it before. Yeah, ever. Yeah. What about you?
I had a very recent moment, and I feel like we talked about it last time.
What? I don't remember.
When I like started to notice that words were blurry.
Did you get your eyes checked?
Okay, I did. Right. They said I have an astigmatism.
That's what I
and
have.
Like, here's some glasses, and I tried to wear
No,
the
but
glasses.
are you nearsighted? They say you also needed.
See, all right.
Are you
here's-
nearsighted like me? You probably are.
I still don't know the difference.
Okay, so nearsighted, we can read things close up, but things that are far, we can't. Your strength is the sighted, so that's why we're nearsighted. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so here's my description to her. I said the doctor. I feel like she must have not been a real doctor
Who
because
are you seeing?
I don't know some woman.
Okay, off to a great start. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Just went to some woman on the street, like, help me with my eyes.
Vision place, but like it was a little
Is it
weird.
accredited?
She was weird. Yeah.
Okay.
No Google reviews. that
Okay,
were,
that doesn't prove that it's
like,
a real place.
3 stars. It was
Why
kinda
did you go
mixed.
there?
I don't know.
3 stars.
So I got glasses, but like it's too much. Like
You think it's
it,
too strong?
It makes me like severe. I don't know. Like I'm not adjusted well, so my brain can't deal with it. Makes me like sick to wear them. You know?
Oh.
Like everything is just
You
off.
probably just need a slightly lighter prescription.
Probably, yeah.
I would go to a not
I'm
three-star
just-
place.
No, I'm okay.
No.
I don't need to.
If
Like
you-
I understand that eventually.
My glasses helped you. Here, try them again. Try them again. They've got like stuff on them other than
Alright.
that. Better?
Oh well,
See, I could be an optometrist better than this person you went to.
not fully.
But it's better.
I'm like trying to look at
Yeah, the desk with all the garbage
detail.
on it.
Yeah, like detail. Not.
No?
I mean, okay, so I could concede that
This
wearing
does
the
help me.
glasses helps with clarity of like words and text
Yeah.
and stuff,
But
but
seeing.
it's just it kind of makes me like my brain a little fuzzy,
Interesting. That's
and like my eyesight's not that bad that it affects me. Like I can still drive just fine. I can.
This sounds like you have my prescription though, so it is bad enough that it affects you. We'll talk about this after. I'd go to a not 3-star place and see if you can get this somehow fixed. Like I think it's just a strong prescription. Let's see. Let's do a couple more. I had so many. What's a nickname you had as a kid?
Nate the Great. I mean,
that's the
Nate
book
Dogg.
Series. Nate Dogg. That's another book, right? Nate Dogg.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't Nate Dogg like a rapper?
Oh, it is? See, of course I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nate the Great was a book series. Yeah. I mean, that was from people that liked me, and then people that didn't like me called me Nate Dogg.
Yeah. Mine, as a kid, I don't remember as a kid. I have to really think back. In our family, like, I got called John. Still now, if they're watching a game, I heard that. To distinguish me from all the other many Johns.
Yeah, there's a lot of Johns. Yeah.
So John.
Yeah. What about, like, Johnny B?
Yeah, no one. Actually, at work I had. See, this isn't childhood though, but at work I had JB. JB was a big one, and Johnny. By some people. And one of my friends always goes Johnny. I don't like it. Yeah. And no offense, because my grandpa went by that. No offense, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Just like John, just classic. JB's okay, but I prefer John.
JB sounds cool.
Yeah. So, you're Nate the Great. I'll remember that. That's not what I would ever call you. Okay, maybe we'll just do, I keep saying 2 more. There's so many good ones. We'll do 2 more, though, just for your sake. How many times did you go to detention in high school? Well, you think about that. I'll tell you how many times I went. 0. I knew you'd have an answer.
Okay,
I went 0 times.
Okay, I've actually been in detention 0 times, too.
Oh.
But I have had out-of-school suspension, which I think is a little worse.
Yes. It's not just staying after school. This is
I did.
Not allowed.
I did. For severe insubordination, which, by the way, wasn't my fault. I still am innocent, but here we are.
Likely story.
Yeah. I feel like I told you this story, but when I was
I don't remember. But I knew you've been to, I had a feeling you've been to detention. Or worse. That's why I chose the card.
When I was in 10th grade, my German teacher, she was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
A lot of bad teachers, but
there are. Yeah. No, there are.
So
and especially where you're from.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
For whatever reason. So during the middle of the day, everybody had like different schedules going on depending on when you had lunch. Because lunch was like 30 minutes, but periods were 47 minutes.
Weird.
So
we had that too. Something like that.
You had like the mixed periods, like 5, 6, and all that.
Oh. We didn't have that.
Didn't have that?
Not mixed periods.
Okay, so it was just super weird because basically every like 15 to 30 minutes there's kids out in the hallway, right? And everyone's kind of like cycling on different schedules. Anyway, so class was over. Everyone's like got their stuff packed and everybody's ready to go. And so I had to get to the next building. There were multiple buildings, 3rd floor, and I only had 6 minutes to do it. So I was gonna rush out the door.
Yeah.
So I'm at the front, I yell across the room, "Hey, can we go?" Because everybody out in the hallway is going and there's no bells at that time because of all the mixed periods.
Yes.
And everyone's like, yeah, just go. And so I left. Like, she was busy talking to somebody. I left, heard this woman scream.
But you listened to students. You were listening to students.
Yeah, but like it was time to go. It was time to go. And like I didn't think anything of it. It was just a normal day. You know. Well, I heard this woman scream at the top of her lungs. And I don't know, the part of me that was like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I don't want to be caught in this. So I just kind of like hurried on down the hallway and then hid around the corner. Not hid, but like...
You hid in a locker?
I did hide a little bit. Not in a locker. She goes barreling past me, like didn't even see me on the right, but she went right out the door, right past me. And I'm standing there next to this teacher looking at that. He said, "What was that?" I was like, "I don't know. I think she was chasing me." He's like, "Oh, you better get going." So I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Next day, I get there and she's like, "You got to go to the principal's office."
Naughty.
And she wrote me up for severe insubordination.
Yeah.
And the guy, the vice principal, or
I guess the disciplinarian is the vice principal.
He did not like me because he's like, "You know what? I looked at your grades.
Yeah.
And you're a straight A student, and I'm sick."
Not read Beowulf.
He's like, "I'm sick of these straight A students getting away with this stuff." Yeah. And so he wanted to make an example.
You should have told him you got a C in English.
All he was told in this little report is that apparently I was insubordinate.
Yeah.
So I tried to explain my case, but he didn't want to hear it. And
yeah.
then he sent me home with out of school suspension.
How long were you out of school?
A day.
Oh, just a day.
Yeah.
He made it.
And my dad, I told my dad when I got home,
Yeah.
and he was mad at the principal, not me.
Yeah.
So next day, he wakes me up at 7 a.m. He said, "Come on, we're going to school." I was like, "Dad, I'm not allowed to be on campus." He's like, "I'm gonna figure it out." And we get there. He fights with the guy, gets back into his car, starts driving to his work. And I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh," and starts grumbling. I'm like, "Well, can I go home?" He's like, "No, you're coming to work with me."
Oh, you have to work with him.
So I sat in a cubicle for 8 hours
Oh, that
during
sounds
my
awful.
out of school suspension.
That was actually a worse punishment.
That was kind of like, like not pre-YouTube, but YouTube wasn't like what it is. So I don't even know what I did all day.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Could have read one book, maybe cover to cover.
No,
finally.
definitely not.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
I'd rather just stare at a cubicle all day.
Oh, that's great. I'm not surprised with that either.
Yeah.
You probably back then could have found me on YouTube, and you would have been so entertained.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a different channel, but yeah.
How old are you back then? Like 40?
I hate you so much. I really do. We'll end with this, okay? Here we go. I gotta find a good one. There's all these are
Now
good.
you gotta find one that.
What that I can answer.
Yeah.
We'll end with this because it's true and people can comment on it.
Okay.
Which restaurant has the best burger? In-N-Out. Easy.
Best burger. Honestly.
California. In-N-Out.
Habit.
That's another California place.
It
That's
is?
Santa
Sure.
Barbara based.
Great,
Yeah.
But
I did like the Habit a lot.
I think Habit
Would you rank
is solid.
Would you rank In-N-Out second?
Yeah, probably. I haven't had an In-N-Out burger in like.
Oh, we need to go again.
Yeah. We should just go to McDonald's.
I mean, I actually go there a decent, like not all the time, but way more than you, because you never go.
Yeah.
We got to go to
shame.
In-N-Out. Just make a day this week when you can go.
Okay. It sounds kind of gross. Like my stomach is already kind of gurgling a bit thinking about it.
What a wimp. Anyway, on that note, do you feel like we're better friends now that we've done this? Do you feel like closer to me and we understand each other better and we already were really, really, really good friends?
Yeah, so how... Yeah. I don't know. I don't think anything has changed.
Yeah. So, but it's good. It's still good.
If anything, we've regressed a little bit,
because I'm with like basically a felon. Is that you mean? All right. Well, there you go. Hopefully, you learn a lot about us for these questions for humans. We learned a lot of
human things,
and not surprising, disappointing stories from Nate. So thank you for that. It just further I said, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're gonna get Nate to do a book review for a book he actually read cover to cover. We'll have that. So let us know in the comments what book Nate should read cover to cover.
It's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to read a book.
I think you said I'm not going to read your comments, which I can see because
I
don't ever
know
watch
what
your
you
channel. You jerk. And with that note...
One chapter. I'll give you one chapter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, pick the book.
We'll take it. So let us know in the comments. Right. And subscribe and all those fun things. Don't forget to do that. Click the bell. And you watch all the videos. So
I do.
What's your favorite on this channel to tell the viewers, just so they have a reason? So name the favorite that maybe that you weren't in. Yeah, one of your favorites that you...
Honestly, my impression is that I'm the only one on this channel.
I know you do these, but... Jerk. He's such a jerk. I hate him so much. And on that note, bye.